Well. We are back on a nice Tuesday morning. We don't know if the Packers are good or the Eagles are bad.
I
I can't
think
tell.
both. I think both teams are average. Like the Eagles are average, but they're able to find ways to win. The Packers are average, and they don't.
But don't you think that? Oh man, the coaching is even. I'm trying to like compare, and they're literally the
Nick
same team.
Sirianni botched the fourth quarter so badly,
He
and
gave
they
them a
still
chance.
won.
I think
Yeah,
he
he
wanted to
he
give them a
he
chance.
invited Green Bay to score twice. He
He
literally
wanted them to
invited the Packers to win.
he wanted them to get a field goal. He wanted them to try
Why
to
would why would they pass on second down with 2 timeouts left for Green Bay and what, a minute and a half left? Just run the darn ball. Just
look,
run.
man. We'll get to all that in a second. Welcome to Shot of Sports, man. This is it's Nazir Spencer here with Chris Pittner. Jalen will be joining us shortly. He's having some building issues. I don't know what's going on with the management over there, but screw Utah. Anyways, but look, we're here today to talk to you about football. We got some basketball news that we're going to talk about first, and then we got some MLB realignment that we're going to talk about. We can talk about anything else you guys want us to in the comments. So share your thoughts in the comments. We love when you talk to us, and let's literally just talk about everything. But Jalen Sills do cooked and baked first, so why not? I love it because he wants to talk about Nico Harrison. I love it. But look, we're Shot of Sports. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Twitter. I'm missing something, but follow us on all that stuff.
YouTube, maybe.
YouTube, there you go. Subscribe on the YouTube channel. And yeah, we're gonna get started with our first topic, which is cooked and baked. Everybody, listen. If you're new to this channel, if you're watching on the stream, if you're not watching on the stream, this is the cooked and baked list. And when I talk about baked, it's like a nice baked potato. Okay, we are talking about the good things first. Okay, baked. We're gonna start off right here. This is our little NFL topic of the day, by the
Oh,
way.
I
We
have a
can all
story about
discuss.
I have a story about the first one here.
Oh
Um,
man, Jonathan freaking Taylor. I mean, go ahead, Chris. I mean,
dude.
it was good for Wisconsin sports this week. Outside the
Oh yeah,
Packers,
it was a
if you're
great
looking at
week.
the Badgers
That
win,
it was a
Badgers
great
win.
weekend
Jonathan
for
Taylor goes
Badgers
off in
to be a
in
Badgers
in
fan.
Germany. I mean, this is ridiculous. Jonathan Taylor is the best player in the world right now. Chris, go ahead.
So on Saturday night, I was in a discussion for a trade with one of my league mates in a different league, and he offered me Jonathan Taylor for JSN, and I turned it down because every single time I've gotten JT in the past, he's either gotten hurt or underperformed. That was the
Dude,
worst decision I could have ever made.
dude. I could have got Jonathan Taylor in our league, and the league that Jalen's in. The other Jalen in the comments. He got Jonathan Taylor, and his team is getting carried by Jonathan Taylor. Literally, I'm going to talk about it in my weekly review later when I talk to the the league. But his team is trash without Jonathan Taylor. It's getting carried. He's 6-4 with Jonathan Taylor. But anyways, couldn't even win with Jonathan Taylor scoring 50 points. Anyways, Devin A. Chain. Whew, man, hey, pops, I agree. Them boys trash. Anyways, listen, the
I
Baker
have to eat a
himself.
lot of crow this week.
Yeah,
A
you got
lot of
yeah,
crow.
you're gonna get a lot of shit this week, man. Anyways,
Yeah.
the Baker himself,
And it's
Devontae
it's
Smith.
100%. It's deserved too. It's
Oh yeah,
really deserved
oh
too.
yeah. The fans are gonna hear it. We're gonna get to that in a second. Devontae Smith is very nice. Mac Jones, okay, not Mac Jones, but well, he actually did play pretty good. I meant to say, what's his name? Drake May. My bad, Drake May. I get the Patriots confused, but Drake May and Mac Jones, yes, they are both great. Matt Stafford should be in the MVP conversation. I will show you why actually in a second right here. Now,
I
Matt
mean,
Stafford.
the award comes down to two people. It's Jonathan Taylor and Matthew Stafford as of right now.
I can't find the picture right now, but oh, there it is. This is ridiculous. Since week 4, 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he won it, but then people would try to put him above Aaron Rodgers and just would bother me. Matt Stafford should be in the MVP conversation. Lamar Jackson, Vikings defense. That defense looks nice though. Broncos defense looks stunning. Mwah, love it. Sam Darnold and Seahawks defense. That is the best defense I've seen in a very long
Seattle
time.
is like a sneaky Super Bowl pick in my eyes right now.
They're
I
not
think
sneaky, buddy.
I think
Yeah,
they're
like
still a year away, but like compared to where they were I mean, did you have Seattle at what 8-2 right now? 'Cause I
you don't
didn't.
think that defense could carry them to the Super Bowl with
Oh
Sam
no,
Darnold
I'm
leading
just
the
saying
helm?
like compared to what their expectations were preseason, I didn't think they were going to be this good. Like they're straight up belt the assing teams in the second quarter. Like games are over right away.
Bro,
It's
in the first quarter, in the first
yeah. I
quarter,
mean,
they
what
scored 28 points.
they've done that what 3 or 4 times already this year. Like them and the
I,
Rams, I think is going to be the NFC Championship game if injuries stay the way they
oh
are.
man, that would
Detroit,
be
I don't think
interesting.
is consistent enough. I don't think Philly is consistent enough. I don't think Green Bay is even close to consistent enough. Tampa will put up a fight, but I don't think they're going to be able to
They're
do
too
anything.
injured. Tampa would be good if they're healthy, but they're too injured. But I think Seahawks and Lions. That's my teams to look out for. Lions look disgusting still. But anyways, moving on. Michael Penix. Look, he looked all right. I'm not gonna lie. He's his first year starting. I'm not gonna get on him too much because he's at least he's looking all right. Okay, if he was looking like Caleb Williams, then I'd be like, okay. Drake London. Wow, he just cooked Sauce Gardner, who I forgot to put on the cooked list because he is cooked. He looked pretty bad. Aaron Glenn, welcome to the baked list, my friend.
I mean,
I mean,
you got to give him one thing. He's high energy. He's got that Dan Campbell DNA.
oh man, he looks good, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, as a coach right now, he looks good. Coaching that team up when they have nothing to lose. David Mills, whatever your name is, looks better than Stroud. On that comeback. I mean, that was respectable. I love it. Woody Marks, the running back for that team, looked great, better than Nick Chubb has looked all year. Where's Joe Mixon? I don't know if I'm missing something. Like, is
Injured.
he still
He's been
like,
injured all year. I
bro?
drafted him as like a flyer in one of the late rounds of one of my like bigger leagues, and he hasn't even like been discussed to play yet.
I don't even think he has a timetable to return, but whatever. Nico, but not Harrison, but Collins. Nico Collins. He looked great. Tua beat the Bills, but stats are but. So I kind of give him like a little bit of a pass, but he beat the Bills, which we'll get to in a second as well. Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Dolphins, they looked all right. The Waddle, he should have got traded, but the Bills tried to trade for him, and the Dolphins were not having it. Trayvon Henderson, woo, Henny Glass, baby, he looked fast, man. Oh my god, he
He
made the
needs he
Buccaneers
needs
defense look
ball. Like
disgusting.
I think if Mike Vrabel doesn't give him more touches or Josh McDaniels or whoever does offensive schematics for them is like brain dead after this week because he showed clear as day that he should be the RB1 on that team.
Yeah, no way Ramondre Stevenson should get any tick anymore after that game. I mean, Trayvon looks amazing.
Also
Um,
for New England, we got to talk about them, I think, in a slightly higher echelon of what we've been talking about because they have a couple signature wins now. You could have chalked the win over Buffalo up, oh, you know, it was a fluke or whatever. Now they beat a Tampa team on the road. They've won both of those games on the road. Drake May's been incredibly efficient all season. The receivers are starting to emerge a little bit. Diggs has made that offense so much better too. The defense has been playing very well. Like we got to talk about them. I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl this year, but as a team that can make noise, and I think Mike Vrabel at this point is my coach of the year, just because he turned around a genuinely awful football team into a contender in one season. There's other nominees like Sean McVay, Mike McDonald, excuse me, that deserve it too. But I think Mike Vrabel should be the favorite as of right now, either him or Shane Steichen.
I don't mind that. I just think they're better than the Broncos. I'd say they have a way more impressive resume than the Broncos, in my opinion. To be,
Broncos are fraudulent in my eyes. I don't see a
I've been
lot.
saying it all year. I'll continue to say it. I'm not impressed by what they've been doing, and I understand
They've
they
been
beat the
eking out
Eagles.
wins like against mid to bad teams. Like the Eagles, is that really that impressive of a like it is impressive, but is it that impressive? Because Philly hasn't really played that well this season.
Right. I mean, I think the win against the Eagles is impressive, but I don't think people understand like anyone can beat the Eagles with the way they play. I
I mean, they
mean,
lost to the Giants by 14 points.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that impressed with how they've been playing, and their offense is not good. Like, I don't know why people think that this team is like very well balanced. Their offense is not good. Bo Nix is very inconsistent. Their wide receivers outside of Sutton, they can't get open. I mean, Franklin can get open a little bit, but he gets caught in the zone more than anybody on that team. The run game is all right. J.K. Dobbins, he's just not a one back to me. He wasn't last year on the Chargers. He wasn't on the Ravens. I don't think he's going to
RJ
continue
Harvey
that.
isn't doing much either. Like
Right.
people,
And the tight end Evan Ingram has been extremely just nowhere to be found this year. So the O line is great. I will give him that. The O line is absolutely stunning in my opinion.
shout out Quinn.
I think they have a top 5 O line in the league. But outside of that, bro, it's just not good. The coaching's bad. Sean Payton doesn't really call good plays. He tries to be aggressive, but then it doesn't work out. He just doesn't know how to call plays for Bo Nix because you can't trust him. But whatever. But we'll continue. Mac Hollins, Diggs, and Kyle Williams, all the wide receivers for Drake May on the Patriots. I mean, they look great. I mean, you wouldn't really draft any of these guys outside of Diggs in your fantasy leagues, but they look great. Emeka Egbuka, great. I mean, he started off hot, and then he got onto him a little bit, but he still played very well. The darts before Dayball killed him. Caleb and Rome look nice. The Bears are second in the division. Oh man, that's funny.
I think that would have been a time to bring up the Jalen's dad's comment about F Green Bay.
Yeah, Pops. I'm on your side right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not impressed with the Bears either, but
I mean, I'm being
they look
dead
better than
serious when I say I think the Chicago Bears will finish above the Green Bay Packers at this point in the season. There's too many injuries in that Packers wide receiving core. Tucker Kraft's out for the year, and it's pretty clear they have no idea how to function without him.
Hey, you guys got.
I mean, you watch
2 games against the Bears.
Musgrave's not a good blocking tight end. John Fitzpatrick's not a good receiving tight end. It's either you trade one or the other. Christian Watson doesn't even know where the football is, apparently. I mean, there's a lot of issues that need to be sorted out, and you have 2 or 3 illegal formation penalties that falls on Matt LaFleur. Like I'll get into that. We get to Colts, but
yeah, this is arguing with his friend and said Packers are contenders and Seahawks are pretenders. That is crazy. Tell your friend he doesn't know ball.
I mean, whoever that is, respectfully, do they watch the games? I'm dead serious. Green Bay has not looked like a serious football team since week 2.
Hey, well.
And even then, we've seen that the Commanders aren't good.
Right.
They're not a good football team. Now, they were a bit healthier back then than they are right now. But Green Bay's offense didn't look good against them. Dallas dropped 44 points against them. Seattle dropped around, I don't remember exactly how many, but around 40. The Lions dropped 40 on them. Green Bay dropped 27. I don't really think that win is as impressive as most people thought it was at the time.
It wasn't. The Lions. Look, I think they're real, man. They're not going anywhere anytime soon with that team. As long as they can pay everybody and keep everybody healthy on that field, they are going to look stunning no matter what. And I know they play the Commanders, and I know they play the Eagles next week, but I genuinely believe the Lions might destroy the Eagles next week with the way they played last night. I genuinely believe so. I think the Lions will literally disrespect them in Philly. So that's my opinion, but we'll see. I hope that comes to fruition. Gibby, Jahmyr Gibbs, man, he looks good. I mean, he's back. For 2 weeks he was kind of meh, but he's back.
You know Aaron Jones, Dan Campbell took over play calling for them.
Yeah,
Ben Johnson is an offensive wizard,
right.
And then Dan Campbell is the mastermind. Obviously, John Morton, their OC.
He's really bad.
He doesn't know how to work with the talent he has.
He's really bad. He's trying to show him something like, hey.
Took back over last week or on Sunday, and we saw the results. We just saw the offense look much more fluid. Now it was against a bad defense. However, you don't score 40 points by accident.
Yeah. Aaron Jones and Naylor, they look pretty good outside of 9. We'll get to in a second. Lamar again, but he played boring because he had to. Sorry, I put him twice. Tyler Snow. I don't know how to say his last name, but I don't care. He looked good. I'm gonna call him Snow because he looks like snow right now. He destroyed the Panthers a little bit. I mean, they only scored 10 points, but he played pretty good. Rico Dowdle, I guess. Jacoby Brissett. Listen, I think he if you gave Jacoby a decent team, I think he'd be pretty good. He looked.
Am I
He didn't.
crazy to
No
say that
turnovers.
Arizona is not that bad of a roster? Like, I
They
don't
have a
think,
pretty good roster, dude. Like, we'll get
like,
to that in a
on,
second. I'm glad
I
you said
mean,
that.
MHJ, Trey McBride, those are both really good pass catching options. Their running backs, James Conner's hurt, obviously, like, are
Yeah.
okay. Their
Well, we'll get to
defense
that.
isn't horrible. Yeah.
We'll get to it. I trust me. I got some words for him. Herbert playing behind the worst O line in the league officially after announcing the PFF grades at the beginning of the game. Literally 35 through 38th throughout their entire position. That means 35 at the tackle, 36 at the guards. Both guards are 36 at their position, left and right guard. The center is like 38 out of 38. And then Mekhi Becton is like 36, and then there's a 37 in there somewhere.
I
That
didn't
he
realize.
literally the worst offensive line in the league, and he's playing like an MVP. I mean, that's just me. He's not gonna get it because Jonathan Taylor's playing great, and other quarterbacks have less picks, but he looks great. I don't understand the hate.
I mean, I didn't realize Mekhi Becton was playing so bad this year because he was really, really
Well,
good with Philly
look
last
around
year.
him though. He can't play good
I
if
mean, it
he's
doesn't
the rest
help,
of the line.
but at the
Yeah.
same time, like, he's supposed to be the stalwart when Alt and Slater are out, and he hasn't been.
Well, he's the guard. I mean, can't really protect the outside. So, I mean, I give him a little bit of a pass. He played fine. He played good the other day. Chargers defense is back up top, baby. I love it. I love to see it. They look the Seahawks defense a little bit. They have the same stats. I saw a stat the other day. I forgot to put the picture up, but they have a really great defense. Eagles defense look good. Packers defense look good. Shout out Micah Parsons. I feel really bad for you. And Mike Vrabel, you have my respect. Now, onto the cook list. It's a little short, but we have a lot to talk about. Okay. Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel. I'll say it one more time, Chris. Dillon Gabriel.
So
I can name 30
quarterbacks
quarterbacks better than this motherfucker. Maybe 32.
I mean, I could name a lot more than that. If you start getting into backups, like,
Oh
I mean,
my guys.
I would say Malik Willis is probably as good as he is. Like, Tyson
Malik
Bagent on the Bears might be.
wouldn't throw it to the ground. Listen.
I mean, Gabriel's
late
just
first round
yeah, he's just not good. Like, straight up not good.
I stand on this. No late first round pick. 9 executives had him as the best quarterback in the draft until the smear campaign began from the Giants and Dayball, where they said he had a horrible attitude and all this yik yak and all this crazy stuff. In 2023, Shedeur was being mentioned with Caleb Williams and Drake May, where Cam Ward and Jackson Dart, well, they weren't even playing well. Ignore the last part, but still.
I mean, I just don't get why you don't give him a chance at this point. Like, I know the season's kind of lost, but Gabriel wasn't overly impressive in college either. Like, the guy's just clearly not an NFL caliber quarterback. And I'd say screw it and give Sanders a chance just because you know what you have in Gabriel. You don't know what you have in Sanders yet. If he sucks, just put him back on the bench.
Jalen, perfect timing. Dillon Gabriel. Dillon starts off our cooked list. Dillon Gabriel almost got killed. He almost got his tight end killed. Look, there was a screenplay where he threw it 10 feet over his tight end's head. And he was ecstatic because he couldn't get the ball because Dillon Gabriel cannot throw the damn ball, especially on a screenplay. Oh, but I'll get to that in a second. But I'm trying. Look, ESPN Cleveland. I love this show because they get so mad. I watch this. I'm not kidding. I watch this every Tuesday, every Monday. I swear to God, I watch it every Monday. It's so funny. I want everybody gone. If you don't do it, I'm going to make it my business to make your life miserable. He wants everybody in that general office gone, including the owners. He wants the owners to sell the team. He wants everybody to just lose their jobs. And I couldn't agree more. Dillon Gabriel is single-handedly, and the GM and the coach, single-handedly ruining your franchise. Okay? And I'll explain.
I think the only pieces that should stick around there after this season, maybe Sanders if you want to keep him.
No. Look,
Myles Garrett.
I'll say this real quick. If I'm Shedeur Sanders, I don't want to play no more. Look, I know that sounds crazy, but listen, if they put him in, right, and they're still losing games, Shedeur's just gonna get slandered for it. He's gonna get blamed. He's gonna be like, "Well, Shedeur's not making a difference. Well, listen, I mean, look who I'm working with. I'm working with the worst coach in the league, the worst GM. You got Myles Garrett, who doesn't even want to be on the team anymore, who's supposed to be your big leader, right? I mean, I'm sick of watching this stuff, bro. Dylan Gabriel does not. I'm a big Oregon fan, man. I've been saying this since he got drafted. It's not a good pick. I don't. He wasn't good last year in college. He hasn't been that good in a few years. I don't even know how he was a Heisman finalist. He's not that good.
Hold on, 1 second.
He was a Heisman finalist because his team was good.
I was just talking with my dad last night or afternoon yesterday, and he made a good point, and I agree. Like, what's being done to Dylan Gabriel is totally unfair.
Oh my God.
Now hear me out. He's a rookie, yes. And we all said that he didn't need to be a second round or third round quarterback. We said this. We said that this is being wrong because this is a Ponzi scheme against Shedeur Sanders. That kid can't do imagine you being a rookie. This is your first time in the NFL, and you're coming into the game, and all you see is 12 jerseys. Imagine you go into the game, and all you see is, I want you to fail, throw it over, or get hurt. What's being done to him is kind of wrong. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, that's a fair point.
What Cleveland is doing to both of these kids is absolutely insane, and it's malpractice.
Hold on, real quick. Okay, he got started because first of all, they traded Joe Flacco, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever. Okay. Yes, this is on the GM and the ownership. Yes, I agree with that part. But I'm not gonna. You're right, but Dylan Gabriel was never the better quarterback. I think everyone knows that. Dylan Gabriel was never the better quarterback. Okay, and I agree. The coaching staff and the ownership wanted Dylan Gabriel to be better than Shedeur Sanders, but it just never would happen. Okay, if you clearly are not seeing Dylan Gabriel be good, there's no way you're telling me that a quarterback that was projected first round at first, but slipped down to the 5th round, is doing worse than what Dylan Gabriel is doing right now. There's no way you can convince me that. There is zero chance Shedeur Sanders is playing bad in practice. There's zero chance he's this bad to where the coach won't even mention his name in the statements after the game when he loses because of Dylan Gabriel. There is zero chance that Shedeur Sanders is playing. I'm not saying Dylan Gabriel is going to be one of the worst quarterbacks ever to exist. I don't think that. I think he's going to be fine eventually. But right now, if you want to win, which the Browns claim they want to do, why would you not start Shedeur Sanders? Why would you not try to give him a chance? Why would you sit here and play in his face, draft him behind Dylan Gabriel when you know he's not worse than Dylan Gabriel?
Yeah, it's wrong on both ends. What they are doing to both of these young men is absolutely outrageous and malpractice.
But you can't.
I mean, Gabriel's clearly not NFL ready.
But he's not even. Yeah, he's not even playing. He's not even playing well though.
Into games.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're trotting him out every single week to just get killed behind a bad offensive line. No real targets besides Harold Fannin and
his teammates don't believe in him. Jerry Jeudy doesn't even want to play anymore with him because he can't throw.
I mean, like it's complete malpractice in every way, shape, and form. I mean, the front office didn't give him enough weapons to be successful. He didn't give anyone enough of it. Patrick Mahomes couldn't succeed with that team. I mean, like it's not fair to either one of them because, like you said, Nas, before, I don't know if this was before Jalen hopped on or not. It's not fair to put Sanders in that spot either because he's also going to look terrible. You see how Flacco looks on the Bengals; it's night and day. How he looks. Yeah. He looked like an old 50-year-old man just collecting a check at the end of his career because he wanted to stick around one more year. Now he gets traded to Cincinnati with a competent 1-2 wide receiver duo, and he looks like a starting quarterback again.
Yeah, only thing wrong with Flacco is he doesn't have a defense now. I mean, he just has to throw 400 yards a game. He knows that. I mean, I'm so sick of this Browns organization, man. I really am. Because yes, you're right, Jalen. What they're doing to Dylan Gabriel is horrible. But they're doing
to both of them is malpractice.
No, yeah. I can't escape the fact that Dylan Gabriel is just playing bad too. Like he's not even like trying to prove anyone wrong. He just doesn't have confidence. He doesn't look like he even knows any player on the field. I mean, he doesn't. He's not ready. So Shedeur Sanders is right there, the projected better player. Why would you not start him? There's zero shot.
So why is Kevin Stefanski still the head coach of this team?
There's zero shot.
If they fired Dable, there's no reason why Kevin Stefanski still has a job.
There's no bro. You can put Dable on that team and he'd have that offense going. With either quarterback.
I don't think Dable is that terrible of a head coach either.
He's
gonna get okay.
He just made wrong decisions on who to pick.
That's what I mean. His management is horrible. His manager is just.
I mean, I think as a coordinator, if you scoop him up, he's gonna be solid.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get a great job.
He's the guy who unlocked Josh Allen.
I'm not gonna lie.
He doesn't know football.
If you put him on the Lions, they're winning a Super Bowl. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna be great. If they fire their OC right now and get Daboll. Well, let's just get back to our cook list. But I just the first two people on here, Dillon Gabriel and Kevin Stefanski, I am sick of you guys, both of you. I mean, Kevin Stefanski more, but
it's disgusting.
Dillon Gabriel doesn't get a pass from me, bro. I know what they're doing to him is wrong, but he doesn't get a pass from me either. Shedeur Sanders, they like I said, I told you guys this a few weeks ago that they were talking about on the Cleveland show that they want to start Shedeur Sanders for the last 4 weeks, which is their hardest schedule, by the way. I wouldn't even bother. Don't even do it. Let Shedeur sit behind Dillon Gabriel since he's so much better, right? Anyways, Aaron Rodgers, worst game I've seen in a couple years from you, my guy. He looks scared out there.
This has to be his last year, right?
No. I think he'll come back next year, and then it'll be last year. But Mike Tomlin also has. I should have put Mike Tomlin there too. He is becoming one of the more. He's kind of coaching himself out of this position. I think he's one of the more overrated coaches we've seen this
Dude,
decade.
I put something. I forget if it was in the group chat or if it was even on here. At what point do we have the Mike Tomlin conversation? And I got laughed out of the room for it.
No, yeah, you're right. We were wrong. Dude,
I'm telling you, like, this team is treading water right now. I think they've reached their ceiling under Tomlin. Like, I just don't think they're gonna get any better than where they're at right now. Like, because they're never gonna get a good enough draft pick to draft the franchise quarterback. They've been treading water really since Big Ben left in 2021. And even his last couple of years, he was still pretty cooked too. Like, there's just not a lot. They've been treading water. They haven't hit on a quarterback. Kenny Pickett did not become the franchise quarterback that they wanted him to be. Last year, they tried Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, and that didn't work.
They got Shedeur Sanders.
They got one. They have one talented pass catcher. The rest of those guys are abominations. I don't know why they went into the season thinking Calvin Austin was good enough to be a wide receiver too. Like, come on, man. Like,
this is not 2005.
That's another team that, in my opinion, just needs to go back to the drawing board.
This is not 2012 anymore, Mike Tomlin. You gotta get out of your stage of putting all the defensive pieces. You gotta give Aaron Rodgers some weapons. They tried to trade for Rashid Shaheed, but I think Shaheed wanted to go back to the Seahawks with his OC, which is understandable. I get that. He had his best year with the guy, but whatever. Aaron Rodgers, Mike Tomlin, and TJ Watt. Look, man, Myles Garrett is just, in my opinion, just so far ahead of TJ Watt right now. He doesn't do anything anymore. I mean, look, we had our worst tackles on TJ Watt. He did nothing. I mean, maybe he caused a few pressures. I mean, he's TJ Watt. Of course he's going to do that. But I'm sitting here waiting for him to just sack the crap out of Herbert. Nah, obviously, God forbid. But it just didn't happen. And, it's just.
He's been injured quite a bit, too.
Aaron Rodgers' worst game of his career against Jesse Minter. This is crazy. I think this is like the first half or this might be the whole game. I don't remember. But this is crazy. Jesse Minter is going to get a head coaching job one day. I hope he doesn't leave anytime soon. But this guy can coach out of his mind. I wholeheartedly believe that. Matt LaFleur, he's a terrorist. I think it's time to. Also, this is kind of crazy, but I'll be honest. This is the false start, by the way. But I'll be honest, you guys did it like once in the first quarter, and it didn't get called. Then finally got called, and they shut it down the rest of the game. But yeah, Matt LaFleur. I think it's time to go, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting.
I'm gonna set the scene for you guys really quickly. There's about a minute and a half left or so. It's 4th down and 1. And you're what, at about the 40-yard line, give or take a couple yards? And you set up a fucking zone read that the defense calls out.
Yep.
The guy's like, it's a zone read to this side. It's a zone read to this side. Guess what? Love doesn't audible it. Nothing changes. LaFleur doesn't hear it, apparently. And when has a zone read worked? Like in that spot for this team? Never. It's never worked. And the run blocking was crazy inconsistent. The offensive line play has been horrid this year because of injuries and Elton Jenkins not being up to what they wanted him to be at center. Jordan Morgan's been a complete fraud so far. I mean, it's just like it's a shit show right now in Green Bay. And this might be a bit of a doomer take because you're not supposed to say anything until 24 hours after the game at least. I don't see this team making the playoffs this year. There's too many injuries. Kraft is out. The offense can't function. We don't know when Jaden Reed's going to come back. Dobbs might be out. Golden is out. There's nothing here. Like,
you still don't have a
Love
wide receiver
hasn't been
number
playing
one.
well. Love is missing receivers. The play calling is trash. I think LaFleur, the Packers are going to miss the playoffs. I think the Bears have a better chance to make the playoffs than Green Bay does at this point. And I think Chicago is going to win one, if not both, of their 2 matchups. They're going to lose on Thanksgiving. They'll split with Minnesota. They're going to lose in Denver. I mean, if you look at their schedule past this weekend, it's brutal. It's all division games plus the Broncos, who are 8-2 on the road.
Yep. And look, Jordan Love is not helping his case. I think Jordan Love is so shit. I'm sorry. I think he's just bad right now, dude. Look, I smell a Bears 7 seed right now, and I couldn't be more happy for the Bears. But still, the Packers, they still have a chance to be good, but the quarterback is not helping your coach. I think your coach is a terrorist. I think he's just so bad right now. He's very conservative. He's so passive. He doesn't like being aggressive in the times that it matter. But when he is aggressive, okay, Jordan Love does not show up. And I know he hit on some stuff last night and they dropped the passes, whatever. That's on the wide receivers. I agree, yes. But Jordan Love should be able to function without his starting tight end. I think that's fair. I think he should be able to function with the wide receivers he has.
Because the coaching is bad. I mean, LaFleur has said things in the media too in the past. Like when Anders Carlson goes out to kick a field goal, he says he prays. You shouldn't be saying that to the media. Like, even if that's true.
He said he also doesn't talk to the kickers. He doesn't even talk to the kickers, he said, too.
It's a joke. Like, it's a joke. The guy is softer than Sharman. Like, I mean, he folds at the second there's pressure, like, on him. He coaches on emotion. If things are going well in the first quarter, he's fine. Otherwise, might as well just scrap the rest of the game.
Oh, all right. Well, 9. Yeah, he made Justin Jefferson look average this year so far. 9. For those of you who don't know, it's just JJ McCarthy. Bryce not looking good, man. He's not looking good. I'm a Bryce believer, but man, you're not looking too good. You play like crap against the Saints, man. That's hard to defend. You're 5-5, which is great, but they're still not looking good. The 49ers just cannot stay healthy. They're just cooked. They let the Rams run all over them and just do whatever they want. Trump in the booth. That was the worst time of like 30 minutes or whatever.
That was crazy.
That was just bad. They dragged that on. It was funny at first, and they dragged it on, and I just did not like it. Commanders can't function with that old ass team. They need to get rid of all those old players and get younger for Jaden Daniels. Man, Jaden Daniels can't stay healthy now because the O-line's old as dirt, and it's just seeing ugly. I don't know. De'Aaron Payne punched a ref. I don't know if anyone saw that, but yeah, he is cooked. He's suspended for 1 game. Not really looking forward to him coming back because he's just a moron. And he's supposed to be their leader on the defense. For the Commanders, by the way. I think the Cardinals coach should be fired immediately, and same with the Panthers coach. I think they both are just ruining the rosters they have. Like, the Panthers don't have the greatest roster, but the Cardinals, I mean, they have a pretty good young defense, a very young offense who could function. They're all fast. Kyler Murray is very injury prone right now because the O-line is really bad. But you get Kyler Murray in there with some good pieces. I just don't think the coach is doing that. I think the coach, Jacoby Brissett, looks great. Don't get me wrong. But you start off the game just looking terrible, calling these horrible plays. I'm sick of the Cardinals coach. I think he's young, he's good, he's a good coach, but like not really. He's not a good head
Dave
coach.
Canales, the Panthers coach, will not get fired specifically because this is the best season they've had in years. Like,
right. So yeah,
whether he will get fired and should he get fired are two very different things.
I think he should get fired, but maybe not yet. Maybe Brian Daboll, welcome back to hell. Like I said, I mean, those are the three coaches that should be fired, in my opinion. But Brian Daboll is the only one that did get fired. He's horrible management. Josh Allen played like shit for 3 plus quarters, and got garbage time stats to make it look better. You're not getting past me, buddy. Josh Allen, you're cooked. You played horrible against the Dolphins all game. Couldn't do anything. Fumbled the ball, threw a pick in the end zone. Couldn't move the ball down the field with what you had. That Chiefs game meant nothing to me because stuff like this. Trevor Lawrence and Bills wide receivers, by the way, trash. Trevor Lawrence, what happened during that comeback game? I'm not impressed. Can't wait to cook them next week. Jags defense looked a little just suspect without Travis Hunter for some reason. Falcons played fine, but the coaching was questionable with Penix. The play calling.
Morris has to go. They're another team where it's like Arizona, where I think the roster is better than what the record says they are.
I don't think that
they could very easily be up there with Tampa with all the injuries that Tampa's had this season. They have a good very good secondary.
Yeah.
Good skill positions. You have one of the best running backs in football. You have Drake London out on the boundary. You have Kyle Pitts in there too, which, I mean, for all the crap everyone gives him, he was a generational tight end coming out of college for a reason.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts can't throw a meatball. He just looked horrible. But now let's go through our pictures of the NFL. Jordan Love is bad. He's gonna. I think this goes both ways. I don't think he's gonna get Matt LaFleur fired. I think Matt LaFleur is gonna get himself fired. But I can't really disagree. I mean, he's playing horrible. He's not playing great.
He's not worth $55 million. That's for sure.
This is kind of more NBA, but I'll leave that for a second. Matt Stafford again. Lil Wayne is even mad at the Packers. This again. Yeah, this is I'm kind of getting on AJ Brown's side. I mean,
they go to Will Shipley more than they go to AJ Brown.
That's kind of crazy, man. I mean, maybe AJ Brown isn't getting open. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but you got to go to him regardless. This again. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm shitting on the Packers today, but it's just kind of funny.
No, it's completely warranted. Like I can't fight back to Chicago fans because number one, they're ahead of us, and number two, they look way better than we do.
For now. Aaron Rodgers' worst game, yep. And that's pretty much all I got for the cooked and baked list. Thank you for joining us on that. And we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is Jalen. I haven't heard much from you today, man. I think you've been saving up for this one. Nico Harrison.
I have a lot to say about the National League Rookie of the Year, but I got some things to say about this.
All right, look. I'll just give my quick statement. Don't fire him now. Don't fire him now.
Yeah.
Let it play out. let it play out. Let it simmer. You got the first overall pick, right? I mean, this is all part of the plan.
I wouldn't have fired him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have fired him. You got flagged. Let's see how it worked.
All right, let's see what you got. What you go fire him for? Because last night the Bucks beat you. I mean, you have the best player, Giannis. I mean, you can't beat Giannis with your backups. I mean, that's just how it works. I mean, it's not gonna. You played a close game.
And also, you didn't have Kyrie. You also didn't have AD. So it's like, why are you firing him for that?
Don't fire him now. I mean, you let him happen.
Honestly, they're caving to fan pressure because fans just want him gone for the Luka trade, and rightfully so. You trade the beloved franchise cornerstone for a guy who's over 30 years old, injury prone, and I don't know if you guys saw that picture last night. Looks a little chunky these days.
I think that was fake, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Ain't no way.
I mean, they edited one. There was one that I think was real, and then they just over-edited it like crazy.
That's fake. That's fake as dogs.
That Dallas food be hitting though. You saw what it did to Luka.
It's fake as turf. That shit is fake.
But look, man, I don't fire him now. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, you let the trade happen. You got the first overall pick. You got Cooper Flagg putting up his best game last night of course, against the Bucks for some reason. But you don't fire him now. You let it play out for a year. Wait till Kyrie come back. If it don't
That's
work
what
out
I'm
when
saying.
Kyrie
Let it
come
play
back,
out for the season. Let's see how they look with all three guys on the court.
I wholeheartedly believe if this team is healthy, they can contend. I do. I believe it. I think he had a vision, but trading Luka away is just
For a bag of chips, that's insane.
You shouldn't have just fired him like for even thinking about it. I truly believe it because Mark Cuban leaves. I have this crazy theory. I don't know where this came from. I was thinking about it last night, but when we won. But bro, I genuinely think they did this to like spite Mark Cuban. I don't know what it is. Maybe like Mark Cuban was making all these moves, believing in Luka, made the finals, didn't think that, they needed so and so coming on the team with Luka because they had Luka Doncic, they had Kyrie Irving, they had Derek Lively, they have Gafford, they had PJ Washington was solid, a great bench that was solid. I think they genuinely did it to spite him because they're like, well, Luka's fat, doesn't play defense. He's the reason we lost the finals. Well, he's the reason you got to the finals. I don't know, man. Don't fire him now. I'll let you guys take over. Don't fire him now.
I mean, it was a fan service thing to fire him at this point. Like that's the reason they did it. The guy literally had a escape hatch basically built into his seating area so that he didn't have to face fans. I mean, they've started out like crap this year. I mean, like you said, we haven't gotten to see them at full strength yet, so it's hard to say what the trio of Kyrie, Cooper, and AD actually looks like together. Because I think if all three of them are healthy, that's not a half bad trio. Like they could easily contend in the West. I don't think they'd win the West, but they could at least make some noise, maybe make a second round, maybe even a conference finals if everything goes their way. But it was just a fan service thing at the end of the day, because in my opinion, it almost feels redundant at this point to do it. Like he built this roster. What's a new GM actually going to do?
Can't fix it. You can't fix it now. You literally can't. You just got to work with it.
I mean, and at the same time, these are the same people that were advising him. Like he doesn't work alone on these trades. They were probably just as in on it as he was.
Yep. Jalen, any words for your guy Nico?
You took the words out of my mouth. Why fire him now? I mean, you got Kyrie now. I mean, you got Flag, who you wanted. I mean, you wanted Flag anyway, but y'all think they could have still. That's a good question. I think they still could have got the number 1 pick with Luka. Because I don't think they would have made the play.
I mean, they didn't really fall that far in the standings when that happened. Like they still made play-in this year.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think they could have Luka with Kyrie, and they would have had.
They were still injured. I don't think Kyrie would have tore his ACL if Luka was on the team, but I think it would have been. I don't think they would have been playoffs though. I agree. I think they would have just been right in the play-in, lost the last play-in game. Yeah, I don't know.
Why fire him now? I mean, you got blessed with the number 1 overall pick with Cooper Flag, a generational talent. So why would you fire him now? Like, he made the move already, so live with it. You gotta let it play out. Let him see his vision. You can't fire him within a first month and a half with this new roster. Like, come on now, bro.
I mean, all this does is prove that the trade, like they admit that the trade was wrong. That's all it does. Yep. It's almost a bad look on them too, because like obviously the trade itself was a bad look. And now you're going back on the trade that you made 9 months ago. Like it just looks bad on all fronts.
And Luka's having the time of his life as a Laker now. Going to be an all-time great as a Laker.
Living in LA rather than Dallas.
It's less expensive in Dallas. But anyways, look, he's probably going to be an all-time great.
A year. I don't really think.
I don't think he's really caring about funds. I mean, for us, it'd be more expensive, but for him,
man, what you mean you don't care about funds? There's no taxes in Dallas. You got.
Yeah, but for him, he don't care. He's still getting millions.
He's making millions. He's making.
Bro, do y'all understand California tax, bro? California tax is disgusting. It's like half your check, especially for millionaires. Oh man, y'all crazy. His check. I don't know his exact contract right now, but I don't think he's even making like anywhere close to the top amount of that.
Think about all the money he made in Dallas without the income tax.
That's true. That's true.
I just don't think income is the biggest like red flag for him right now. It was more, just
I'm
pure
just saying
basketball.
he's having the time of his life. He's going to be an all-time Laker great now, numbers wise at least. I don't know if he'll win many as a Laker. I think he should eventually, but I don't know if JJ Redick might be the answer. We'll see. But it's ugly, man. I'm not really. I don't really know to say anything else. But Nico, you got what you deserved in my opinion, but maybe not this early. I think maybe you should have. Maybe they should have gave you a little bit more time. AD get coming back eventually, and Kyrie coming back maybe in February. You got Cooper Flag playing great. I mean, you know, but we'll move on to our next final topic. MLB realignment, NL and AL, and Rookie of the Year. Jalen, you had a lot to say about this one. Give us your thoughts, man. Take over.
So I'm gonna do with the Rookie of the Year first, right? So obviously, there's no debate here. There's no wrong here, right here. That's good.
It.
I'm cool with that. Nick Kurtz, he was great, but for Roman Anthony to be in third place, that's absolutely insane. Like that was insane. Jacob Wilson had a fantastic season. I'll give him that. But come on now, like be for real. Like Roman Anthony was literally. I think the Boston Red Sox win that series if they have Roman Anthony against the Yankees. So. But this kid right here, I mean, 36 homers as a rookie, over 1,000 OPS. They're batting 300. I mean, that's.
I didn't even realize he had that many home runs. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't.
He had what, 4? He had 4 in a game.
Yeah, 4 in a game. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But 36 is crazy. Oh my
36
God.
all year, over 1,000.
I mean, he's going to be a stud.
What does that rank out of like all the home runs this year? Is that like
he's hitting he's hitting the ball all over the field for 290, so he's practically batting 300. So he's already an all-time rookie.
That's got to be a top 10. Yeah, that's
this right here. I got a big time issue with. No disrespect at all to Drake Baldwin whatsoever. None. But when you look at what Cade Horton did, this dude pitched over 110 innings, a 2.76 ERA, a 103 WHIP. If he starts the season on the opening day roster and he just adds those to and if he adds more innings to that, he's in the Cy Young conversation. Rookie of the Year, he's practically challenging Paul Skeens in the Cy Young. No disrespect to this kid right here. He batted 274. That's a pretty good hitter. 800 OPS. He gets on base and he slugs, which is fine because he has 19 homers. But the kid also went 0 for 5 against Cade Horton as well.
do head-to-heads matter at that point though?
No, I mean there's so
not for that but that just adds more to the resume. If you want to talk about Rookie of the Year, okay, well the Rookie of the Year, my Rookie of the Year actually made him go 0 for 5 as a hitter.
I mean it should have been Cade. Like I say this as a Brewers fan who doesn't want him to be good. Obviously, it should have been. Like that's just.
And it wasn't even close. What are we? And this is insane. It's not even close.
I mean, the media basically picked Baldwin from like the first month of the season. Like Drake Baldwin was a foregone conclusion from April onwards. Now the Braves were god awful this year, so I don't think they got as much coverage because of how bad they were. But at the same time, Cade Horton was the ace for this Cubs team. Like Shota had a bit of a rough season. Steele was on IL the entire time. Cade stepped up, and he was that guy for the Cubs, especially in the second half of the season. He should have. Even if it's recency bias, he still should have won the. I don't really think there's much of a debate to that.
What he did for the Cubs, he turned. The Cubs were looking at maybe third, maybe wild card spot, battling for the last place. They were running with the division with Cade Horton before the Brewers went on that 10-15 game win streak. And that's due because of Cade Horton. The dude was literally lights out. Every time he got the ball, he went 6-7 innings. Toward the end of the season, he started going 5 or 6 because obviously you're getting ready for postseason. Obviously, postseason doesn't, count into these awards, right? But what he would have done for the Cubs in that postseason run, they probably wouldn't have went to Game 3 with the Padres. You could have arguably said that if Cade Horton gets the ball in Game 1 against the Brewers, they could have won that series in 4 games.
Is that crazy?
That's how big of an impact this kid was. Baldwin was great, but he didn't take them over the hump to get them to the playoffs. Obviously, their pitching was bad. So he's not going to be able to help the pitching staff. But as a catcher, you should, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Braves were pretty lifeless all season. Like, it was pretty much over for them before it started. Like, Acuna was out at the start of the year. Baldwin was one of their lone bright spots, but it's not like he was directly contributing to them going on an unlikely run.
I want to know the voter who put Lil as third for voting.
I mean, Durbin should have been there. Durbin was better than Collins this year. He was more consistent. I think.
How does Lilly, I think his name is, gets 1 third place vote? So you telling me he would have been over Durbin?
I mean, Durbin should be third. Thinking? Like, Durbin was. He started out a little rocky in April when they first called him up, but he became a solid third baseman. He was good on defense. He was able to make tough throws, make good defensive plays. He was consistent 260, 265 in the batter's box the entire way since the first month. He had enough power to where it wasn't a glaring need for him. He came up clutch a couple of times in the playoffs too. Now I know that doesn't factor in, but in Game 5 he had a really good game. He had a good game against the Dodgers. Like, he should have been there too. Like, the only real issue I guess I have with this is the 1 and 2.
The crazy thing is, the biggest issue I had that the first place votes for between them two wasn't even close. That's 9 picks off of unanimous. That's 9 media members off of unanimous. You telling me this kid was that's basically what they're saying. They're saying he was miles better than Cade Horton.
That's pretty wild.
I don't think he was. In fact, I think Horton was better and he deserved it. Now, I wonder if the injury Cade had at the end of the season played a factor at all. It shouldn't have, but maybe it did.
I mean, they say postseason awards don't matter, right? Like, there's no voting for postseason. So we'll see what Kyle Raleigh and Aaron Judge, whoever MVP is. But here's my dad has sent me this, and he said this should be a potential MLB realignment. What do we think about this?
Realignment.
Can I just say that the Brewers and Cubs and White Sox, if they're going to realign by geographic area, should be in the same division.
Yeah, it should be the Midwest, Great Lakes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Cincinnati. If they go do Cincinnati like that, they should put them in the AL in the AL Great Lakes. No, the AL. Mid Atlantic with Pittsburgh.
I think the Chicago and Milwaukee teams and Detroit should be a division, like White Sox, the Brewers.
But the Twins, the Twins should be in there.
I mean, but I see what you're saying, but at the same time, well, first of all, I think divisions of 4 probably isn't the right way to go about this.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't think 4 is.
Yeah. Like, because I mean, Milwaukee and Chicago teams are all directly on a Great Lake. Detroit's directly on a Great Lake. Like, if we're gonna go off that, I think that makes the most sense.
I think Indiana's technically right there.
You should put Milwaukee and Detroit in there, and in the Great. I mean, you should put the Cubs and the White Sox in the Great Lakes with Detroit, Milwaukee.
I mean, the problem with that is too, though, you get rid of the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry, which is like, that's their, to put it one way, like their Green Bay Packers, the Cubs-Green Bay Packers, where it's like the two teams just have a mutual hatred for one another.
Well, you can put, 4 is not enough, so maybe you should put the Cubs, the White Sox, and the Cardinals in the Great Lakes to go with the Detroit Tigers and the Brewers.
Now, the problem with that is, though, like we said, where do we put the Twins?
That's what I'm
I
being.
mean, the
Yeah,
Midwest,
the
maybe.
Blue Jays shouldn't even be involved right there. I feel
I
like.
would say the Twins.
I mean,
should
I think they're too
be-
far east.
Yeah,
I'd say
They're
the
more towards New York.
Twins. You could put the Twins in some like.
There's really nowhere else you can put it.
I mean, I
KC?
think you
NL
could put
Central?
them with the Royals.
Yeah, the Royals, the Rockies,
You-
because they're on that side.
I think the
mean,
Cardinals could maybe be in that division.
You
Just
could put
based
them in
on
the
who
Kansas
they got.
City division right there, the NL Central, maybe.
I mean,
Like
it's
right
the
down the
central part
line.
of the country, so
Just
I
right
mean,
down the line
Minnesota's
from
kind
each
of
other.
on an island too. That's what makes it tough.
That's true. That's kind of tough. I like that NL Southwest though. That's like literally perfect.
Yeah,
yeah.
and the
Um,
Southeast. I think
Yeah,
the
yeah, I was about to
Southeast
say,
is
and the
about on
Southeast,
point,
too.
Southeast is good. I like the Northwest.
Assuming
It's
one
not
of
bad.
those
I like the
teams is either
AL the
Nashville or
AL
Charlotte.
Where are the
AL
A's?
Northeast is perfect too.
The A's are in the Northwest, which I
No,
guess
I'm
makes
saying, like,
sense because it's
What city is that?
they'll be in Vegas now. So like
Right,
for the
okay.
next 2 years they're in Sacramento.
Yeah, okay, that's what it
The-
was.
the
Like, I knew they
AL
were going to Vegas,
Northeast.
but
The AL Northeast should be is perfect, and just add the Blue Jays up there too. If you put in
That division is a gauntlet though, if you think about it.
yeah, that'd be insane.
the Northeast is just gross, dude. Oh my god, I would not. I don't even know if I would.
You
I'd
would
be
put the Blue
sick
Jays
about
up
that.
there. Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
like-
you'd have to put Northeast. You'd have to.
I
put
mean,
Blue
there's
Jays
going to
there.
be a lot of really good teams in that division year in and year out because despite what the Mets did this year, I think they're going to probably patch up the holes in the offseason.
Oh, and then there's like 2 expansion teams right there.
I would guess one of them is going to be Charlotte or Nashville. So they'd probably be the Southeast one. But the
Nashville?
Northwest one.
Nashville wants a baseball team.
I mean, it's been floated. I'll say that much.
I think it'd be better than putting it in Charlotte because you got Georgia right there, Atlanta.
Yeah, but they also like to try and tap into that Charlotte market too. Like, it's a very fast-growing economic area. But who's the team in the Northwest? Would that be like a Canada, like another Canada, like a Vancouver?
It
Maybe?
says Portland, but
That'd
I've
be
heard
cool.
rumors that Salt Lake City is coming
Okay.
close to getting one.
South Lake. Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Or I like Vancouver though. That's like literally right by Seattle.
They're not gonna put another team in Canada.
I didn't think so. I was
Sadly.
just like throwing it out
What?
there, maybe.
What's wrong with Canada?
Nothing. I just feel like they're not gonna do that.
Would you?
I mean, they're
okay.
all kind of devoted to the Blue Jays already, too, if you think
Right.
about it. I think
That
Portland
Northwest,
does make
I would
sense,
say
though, because
probably-
Portland fans are pretty good. Like, you see the Blazers, they have a
Yeah.
good showing out there.
I would say it would probably be. They say Salt Lake City is the closest. Them or Portland would get the team. So
Portland, yeah.
Salt
I
Lake
mean,
City's
but
a
would they
growing
actually
market.
realign, though? Like, that's the question.
No, probably not.
Number one,
Probably.
are these teams going to happen? And number two, would they realign the entire league because of that?
I doubt it.
No.
It's like you're destroying some rivalries by realigning everything.
I'm losing a lot of money by doing this.
Well,
I mean, like, there's no. If you look at the AL Mid Atlantic, for example, Pittsburgh and Cleveland have no rivalry whatsoever in baseball. Same with like Pittsburgh or Washington. There's no rivalry there. Or like the Brewers and Blue Jays, there's literally a subreddit called Brew Jays, which is where people are fans of both teams. Like, there's just no rivalry between a lot of these matchups. Like Cubs and Cardinals would still be there. Yankees and Red Sox would still be there. Dodgers, Padres. But some of the other like smaller team rivalries would just be evaporated because they never play each other anymore.
Right. Yeah. That's it for that. So we're gonna go ahead and give our final thoughts.
Look, man, Chargers are looking good right now, 7-3, worst O-line in the league. I'm excited. We get our bye week coming up pretty soon. We finally have a late bye week, and we have a good record going into it. Regardless if we lose next week or not, we're going to play the Jaguars next week. And another thing, the Chargers travel the most miles out of any NFL team this year, which makes zero sense to me. They have to go back to Florida when they just went to Florida to play the Dolphins a few weeks ago. They go back to Florida, play the Jags. Bye week, then they can come home and play the Raiders or Eagles, one of those. And yeah, it's annoying. But 7-3 going into the bye week. So hopefully 8-3 going into the bye week. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to kind of finally get to rest and know that our last push of the playoffs is coming soon, and we got a lot of hard games: Eagles, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Cowboys, Texans. It's gonna be hard, but it's gonna be fun.
I've given them a lot of flack in the last couple weeks, and I think until this weekend, deservedly so. The Wisconsin football team had a really good win this weekend, specifically for morale, I think, more than anything. It felt like
Oh, yeah.
an elephant was on their back. Luke Fickell finally got a ranked win for the first time in his tenure, the first time in program tenure since 2021. Some of those freshmen, man, like Mason Posa and Cooper Catalano on defense, they look incredible. They're everywhere. 19 tackles and 12 tackles between two of them. That's a total of 31, obviously. Multiple TFLs. Offense, Carter Smith has juice. He might not be any good. We don't know yet, but he played horrendously on Saturday. And also, I don't have a problem with the fans storming the field, like for that, because like this is a program that's been beat down, and rightfully so. A lot of it, the last couple of years. Head coach that's been much maligned. Like, why not? Let the kids have some fun. I don't understand why old heads were mad about it. Like, you beat a ranked team for the first time in 4 years. We were talking about 2-10, and like, I didn't really think they were going to be favored in any of these games at the end of the season. Like, I think it's fair that they stormed the field. Good for Luke Fickell. Congrats to him for the win. I'm not all in on him yet, like some people are, but I think that it's fair that we give him credit for a good game plan. The defense is starting to emerge, which is his side of the ball. Some of his recruits are finally starting to see the field as opposed to the mercenaries that we got in the transfer portal. And the results look a bit better than they did a couple weeks ago. So I got to give him credit.
Say mine is Hayes Bailey looks good, and that I go to BYU and Delaware tonight. Go down to Provo and watch AJ DeBanza. Work with CBS Sports tonight, so I'll be able to get an up close look with AJ DeBanza and BYU. So
awesome.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
he looks disgusting right
now.
He
looks the way he moves is absolutely insane.
He's so
for his
good.
Size.
He is so. I remember he came on like ESPN last year, and the kid just looks hungry. His dad's like all in on him, making sure that he's staying, on the right path. I'm a big fan of AJ DeBanza, bro. I'm really big fan. I told
people the best place he could have went was BYU. There's no distractions.
Exactly. People were clowning him for going there. They're like, you should go to a Big Ten school.
Well, and they were a rock solid basketball team last year too. They made a good run in the tournament. They beat Wisconsin. Like this is a good program for him to be in. Like
they saw that the religion kind of aspect. Oh, what's he gonna do out after basketball games when they win big ones? He don't need to be worried about that. Get to the league.
Go home, play the game.
Right? Yeah. Get to the league.
I mean, if anything, that keeps him locked in more than anything.
That's what I'm saying. Get to the league. Don't you need to worry about none of that.
You don't when you get to the league, don't even worry about none of that.
Right.
Stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's
have a good career.
Concern.
Yeah, have a good career, bro. See, this is the thing, bro. If he gets drafted to one of those teams, like say if he gets drafted to like the Hawks or something, God forbid, like there's just so many distractions in like Atlanta. You know what I mean? Or what's a bad team? Wizards. I mean, you no distraction over there besides like politics. I mean, you're not gonna get
that's a good place to go.
I mean, who cares?
Right. I mean,
the best place for Ace Bailey to come was Utah.
Send her to Milwaukee. I'm dead serious. There ain't nothing to do there.
If Dallas somehow gets them because they're bad, that's a bad place to go, distraction wise, food wise.
LA.
Oh my God! Don't even start with that. If he
comes
to like a small
LA, New York, and Chicago are bad places for young kids.
Bro, I don't know. Chicago's not that bad for you to go right now. As for the Bulls, those players look locked in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about off-the-court distractions.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm saying
we talked about that with Angel Reese a couple months ago with the WNBA.
Well, okay, hold on. Okay,
I'm just saying.
Girls a little bit different when it comes to distractions and stuff. I feel like they're always going to be on social media because they don't get paid as much. They have to do something to get themselves paid. But if AJ went to Chicago, I know there's a lot of stuff in Chicago to do, but compared to LA and New York and Atlanta and Houston and Dallas, I don't think that's that bad of a place.
Miami would be a death sentence.
Oh my, that would be
the worst.
I don't know AJ DeBanza. I don't know his niches or whatever he likes to do outside of basketball, but that Miami would change his life.
Miami, I think, is the worst place on earth for a young kid to go.
Oh my goodness, it's bad. If he went to Arizona, that'd be nice. I mean, it's a little bit of distraction there, but it's really nice. You can go there.
The best place, Utah. There ain't nothing to do here. There ain't no distraction.
Utah or Milwaukee or Minnesota, because it's just cold.
I say Minnesota. Minnesota's quiet, man. Minnesota's quiet and not dangerous. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll close the show there. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Follow our podcast page and other platforms. The link will be in the description box below. We have a Spotify, Instagram, and a TikTok. We will be posting real shorts of this show, and we did have a poll go up on our X account. So go ahead and interact with that. Questions, boxes, and you can always DM us on things you'd like to have answered. You know, like my dad does sometimes. We be talking about stuff, and we just brought it on here. So we do dab into other topics like music, film, travel, or like outtakes. And, you know, we'll see you Thursday.